Welcome to London Cruise Terminal.
Yes, well, we're about to board the oldest and smallest cruise ship we've ever done.
Yes.
With Ambassador Ambience.
Yes, with the one and only Jane McDonald.
We're cruising with Jane McDonald.
We're on us holidays.
We're so excited. We're going to be saying we're on us holidays
A lot.
But we're so excited to bring you along with us. If you're new here,
We are Travels with David.
and Mark, we bring you along for weekly cruise and travel videos. We'll tell you more about the itinerary of this one once we're on board.
Yes, we are super excited. So we've never done an ambassador ship before.
No.
We've never done one this old. All the cruise ships we've done so far in our travel lives have been built within the last 5 years.
Yes.
This one was built 2 years after I was born.
In 1991. So it's going to be very interesting to see what it's like. From what we've seen on YouTube, the ship looks nice. The cabins look dated, so we're interested to see what that's going to look like.
Yes, I'm a bit nervous for the cabin, but we'll see how it goes. We're in an inside cabin.
Because it's a cold weather cruise.
It's very cold now.
If you can hear the wind roaring, we apologise.
I'm freezing cold right now.
Yeah, so let's come along with us. Let's board the ship.
Jane, run our way.
The cruise port for London is actually in Tilbury, about an hour's train ride from the city centre. For us though, our journey started with a train into London Marylebone before dragging our cases through central London to Baker Street Tube Station. 20 minutes on the Underground later, and we were on our final train from Fenchurch Street to Tilbury Town. The last leg was a 20-minute walk from Tilbury Town station to the cruise terminal. Turning the corner, we finally caught sight of Ambience, Ambassador's flagship, and could almost hear Jane McDonald herself beckoning us on board. Travelling this way worked out much cheaper than paying for parking or the official coach transfer, and the trains were surprisingly straightforward. And then it was time to join the queue for embarkation. Once a few teething problems were ironed out, check-in was actually really smooth. Before long, we were through security, cruise cards in hand, and proudly sporting our Jane McDonald wristbands. We boarded on deck 5 and stepped straight into Centre Court, the ship's atrium, which was already buzzing with energy. Jane's fans were out in force, glasses of free bubbly in hand, ready to kick things off in style. And first impressions, we were actually really surprised. For a ship that's 34 years old, the atrium didn't feel dated at all. The decor was fresh, bright, and clearly well cared for. But would the rest of the ship match this? Well, we'll get to that later. If you've watched our channel before, it'll come as no surprise that in all the excitement, we completely forgot to tell you about the itinerary. We were due to stop at IJmuiden in the Netherlands, but more on that later. Then sail to Copenhagen, Gothenburg, Oslo, and then finally back to London. But for now, it was time to explore the ship. First stop, the observatory, a laid-back lounge during the day and an entertainment venue by night. It's up on deck 14 at the very front of the ship with panoramic views over the bow. If you can snag one of the big wingback chairs, they're the perfect spot to take it all in, although they do get snapped up fast.
Hiya! It's me, hello everybody! Yes, I'm on board, it's me! I can't believe we're all here. Well, almost all of you. We're just waiting on a couple of coaches that haven't turned up yet. But please do not worry, because we are not leaving until everyone is on board. Listen, thanks for your patience at check-in as well. Some little gremlins got into the computer earlier, the little devil. But nothing, absolutely nothing was going to stop us getting on with this cruise. Not even Storm Amy can stop Jane McDonald fans. We're made of our stuff, we are. So all that remains for me to say is kick back, enjoy yourselves. We've so much planned for you over this week. So let's get this party started! Welcome aboard everyone, here we go!
Thanks Jane, onwards with our wanderings, and after navigating the jarringly eclectic mix of carpet designs, we stumbled across Aces and Eights, the onboard card room, complete with some very random Lego statues. Honestly, we never stepped foot back in here again, but we did spend plenty of time in the stylish botanical lounge and relaxing in Centre Court. With our initial wanderings complete, it was time to find our cabin, and we were both nervously yet eagerly anticipating what lay ahead behind that door.
And we're in the cabin!
We're on board. We're in the
on
cabin.
board.
Sweating. It's hot.
I'm a little bit worried about the heat in this cabin. We'll see how it goes.
Anyway, so we last left you in the terminal. Well, outside of the terminal.
Outside of the terminal, yes.
What's happened since then?
We were a bit delayed getting on the ship.
Yeah, there was some issues.
So unbeknownst to us, this is the first ever chartered cruise on an Ambassador ship. They've never done a chartered cruise before. So there were some IT issues. Because I didn't know that when it's a chartered cruise, they don't use their own IT equipment.
Well, that might not be a blanket thing, but they're not using their own IT equipment for check-in. And it turned out they couldn't check anyone in.
Yay!
It could have been a lot worse.
They did very well with it,
Yes.
I think.
It ended up with people that should have boarded at 12 boarded at about 1:30, quarter to 2.
I think about that time, yeah.
Our embarkation time was 2 o'clock. We ended up getting on board at about 2:30.
Yes. So I think the earlier boarding time, the more
Delayed you were.
delayed you were. So, but the fact that they got it up that quick, that they did very well.
Once boarding started, it was so slick.
Yes.
And I will say Tilbury as a terminal,
Mhm.
because when we've said to people we're sailing from Tilbury, a lot of people have gone, ooh. But it's actually a lovely terminal.
It is.
It's
not in London, though.
Oh yeah, don't be fooled. It's not. It is the cruise terminal for London, but it is not London. But it's a lovely terminal. I love like the old London brick. Like it's very old industrial.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Lovely.
Not a huge amount to do there.
No.
So I wouldn't turn up too early for your embarkation time if you are ever leaving from there, because there really isn't a lot to do there. But lovely building.
Lovely building. Anyway, we're on board, as you see, and it's now 7 o'clock. We've been out and about, haven't we?
We have. We got on. We got some pictures around the ship with different Jane McDonald things.
Oh, we did, yes. And then we went to, well, timings have been a little bit messed up, haven't they? Because we were slightly late setting off. Not because of the IT issue, but apparently, so they put on some coaches from all over the country.
A coach set on fire.
Well, apparently one set on fire on the motorway.
Everyone's fine, and they're here now.
But they were late arriving, so we were late setting off. So timings have been a little bit awry. Sail away party
Was supposed to be by the pool.
Yes, but it was moved inside because it's very, very windy.
In the observatory.
It was a strange vibe for a sail away party. It was a disco.
Yeah.
Had no sort of significance for sailing away. It was just a disco that they would put on at 11 o'clock at night was put on at 5:30.
We finished at 5:30.
Oh, that's what it felt like anyway.
Yeah.
So it was a bit strange.
It was. But we did that, then we came back to the room, we went to go get some clothes ironed for tonight, because we didn't know there was a show tonight. So we went to go get the clothes ironed for that. Be aware, on Ambience, there is one laundry room with 2 irons for the whole ship.
You might be fooled when you walk in and see 4 ironing boards. There is 4 ironing boards. There's only 2 irons.
Make that make sense.
I got, not lost, but when David was ironing in the ironing room, he sent me on a mission to get some drinks.
I iron the clothes, Mark fetches the drinks.
So I walked out of the ironing room and I saw a sign that said, Consulate Bar, this way, deck 10. And we were on deck 10. So I thought, ooh, perfect. Walked along, not really knowing where I was going, but this is good. Turns out it's outside.
Oh.
And it was closed.
Because of the wind.
But I got a lovely view of the wake.
Yes. But you still managed.
Well, I did. So then I went to
I've only just realised there's a cherry in the bottom of that.
I went to the Purple Turtle
Oh.
and got 2 Kia... We've had a few. 2 Kia Reals.
Yes. For any long-term viewers of the channel, I'm about to imbibe.
You know,
I've just realised my hair looks a mess as well.
it was because it was so windy outside, wasn't it?
It
Like,
was-
it was so windy.
The amount of wind that it makes it difficult to breathe.
Yeah.
If you're facing into the wind, it was really hard to breathe. That's
Yeah.
how strong the wind was.
Also, if you're a long-term viewer of the channel,
A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry for interrupting so late in the evening, but this is your captain speaking from the navigational bridge. May I have your attention, please, for an important announcement. We have been closely monitoring the weather forecast for our scheduled call to Immune tomorrow, and unfortunately, the forecasted conditions are expected to be strong winds up to winds of 32 knots from the west. That's a near gale force, and high seas as well. I have discussed this with the harbour master and chief pilot in Imuden, and it has been agreed that these conditions would make it unsafe for Ambience to dock there, and therefore, as a result, we have taken the decision to cancel our call to Imuden for tomorrow. And instead, we will proceed directly to Copenhagen for our scheduled call on Tuesday. So tomorrow will now be spent at sea, and waves will then reaching up to 4 meters in the late evening, early morning. I ask that you all be careful when moving around the ship and hold on to railings where available.
Yay!
Okay, two things. We're not bothered about the port cancellation.
We weren't going to get off anyway.
We weren't going to get off the ship.
I'm a little bit annoyed that we don't have the ship to ourselves now, though.
We were going to use tomorrow as a quiet day on board to do some filming. Anyway, second thing, we've not bought any seasickness medication on board this time.
And tomorrow is Mark's 40th birthday.
Oh, we haven't said this. Oh
so
my
that'll
God.
be fun.
This vlog is all over the place so far. There's so many things in my head that I wanted us to talk about and we've not. And now, yeah.
Well, we can talk about your 40th tomorrow,
We can.
which is when it is.
Stick around for that. Anyway, let's talk about first impressions. Because as we said before we boarded, it's the first time we've ever been, well, it's the first time we've been on an old ship, and this is the oldest ship we've been on.
So taking into account the age of the ship.
Yeah, this is obviously we've literally just got on board, so this isn't a review. This is our first impressions of what we've seen with the knowledge that it's old.
Yes. I really like Centre Court.
Yeah, lovely.
I'm surprised how much I like Centre Court, which is like the atrium area, main atrium
Where
area.
we first walked into, and we got some drinks in there.
I think we could have a few drinks in there. It seems like quite a nice vibe in
We
there.
shall. Oh, we haven't said we've got the drinks package.
Oh, we have.
We'll come on to that.
And I also, the observatory that we just touched on, that seems like quite a nice space.
Yeah, well, so the sail away party was in the observatory. Yeah, I love that. I love the sort of the round.
You can get some good views out the front of the ship.
Yeah, it's got like the ship has got like a bit of a bulbous front.
Yeah,
that's where that is.
Do you know what it reminds me of slightly? Millennium Dome, aka the O2 Arena.
Yeah, so we love those two spaces. If you look closely, the age of the ship shows itself.
It does.
In the things are a bit worn, you know.
I also think the layout of the ship shows its age.
Yes.
Because there's certain bits that we went to the lifts to go find food earlier, and we asked one of the staff members who was walking past. It was like, "Oh, where's the buffet?" He was like, "On deck 12." And then we looked at the lift, and it said deck 11. So we had to go up to deck 11 to get stairs to go out to go around.
It's confusing.
It's confusing,
but it's always confusing on a new ship where you don't know.
The food in the buffet.
Oh, we'll come on to that in a minute. Muster, we did a muster.
We did.
A full muster. We went into the Palladium.
It's a thing you must do.
But the reason I'm thinking about that is because another thing of my first impressions, I was very impressed by the size of the theatre.
Yes.
For such a small ship, the theatre, the Palladium, is huge.
And if you've seen these flying around, these determine which show you see. So I think every show is put on twice, and they've done it in a way, or Jane's done it in a way, that everyone is guaranteed to see each show. So if you have a purple wristband, you go see the first show.
Yes.
And if you have a white wristband, you go see the second show.
That also correlates to your early or late dining. Did you say that?
No, I didn't, but yes, it does.
Before muster, we had an announcement.
We did? From Jane McDonald.
It was on as holidays.
Yeah. She didn't say that. Jane, if you're watching, I'm disappointed in you. You've let me down.
Yeah.
But we are. We're on as holidays.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that briefly touched on, which we'll come back to, is the buffet food. Not my favourite, but it's boarding day.
Boarding day.
I'm willing to be open-minded.
Yes. We won't talk too much about it because, like you said, we're going to park it. It wasn't good.
I think we're going to be eating there again later tonight.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it is
then.
Oh,
because again, going back to the timing's been all over the place. If we had have gone to our our assigned early dining, we would have missed the sail away party. In hindsight, having known what the sail away party was, we probably would have gone for our dining. But because we didn't, we need to go to the buffet later.
I did think Jane would make an appearance.
Yeah, that's why we went, really.
Hey-ho.
Yeah.
She's busy sound checking for a show tonight.
Yeah. So I guess, in brief, our first impressions, certain things we really like. It's showing its age. I will say it has a smell. It's not a horrible smell.
No.
It just has
It's like your nan's house.
It's like if you go into someone else's house, and they've been cooking, and it's someone else's cooking.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's something they cooked 3 days ago, and it's still a bit in the air, fusty.
Mm-hmm.
Mixed with charity shop, mixed with your nan's house.
That is the smell of the ship. Also, if you're wondering why we've got curtains behind us,
What do you think's behind the curtains?
what do you think's behind the curtains?
Have we said we're in an interior room?
Well, you've ruined what's behind the curtains. What's behind the curtains? Past David. Let's find out. It's a wall!
Because we're in an interior room.
Why are they there?
I don't know.
It's giving me flashbacks to when we did a ferry from Sweden to Helsinki and there were curtains. But at least behind the curtains was a mirror.
Yeah.
There was nothing behind there.
Yeah. First impressions of the room. Dated, but nice size.
Decent size, lots of storage. I'm impressed with the storage situation. Loads of storage.
Awkward to get around the bed, as you saw from David scooting.
And in the bathroom, it's our first ever ship with a shower curtain. So let's see how that goes.
Oh, and the sink. That looks like it should have been changed 20 years ago.
Do you know also what I don't like about the toilet? I don't like where the flush button is.
Yeah,
It's like too close to the action.
It's like a Portaloo toilet where you have to, it's on the toilet.
I don't want to have to touch that close to where the
Stuff's happened.
where things have been. Feels dirty.
Just don't get stuff there.
No,
Aim
I
it.
do sit-down wees. I don't think everyone on this ship will have done sit-down wees, so things will have
Touched
sprayed.
I hope they've cleaned.
Well, you do hope.
Anyway, we're going to get changed now and get out of this very warm room, go grab a drink and get ready for the show. Bye!
A lovely touch on board was that each day came with its own cocktail of the day. Tonight's was called Hey Up, It's Jane, which felt perfectly fitting as we sipped it whilst waiting for the evening show in the Palladium. I won't be able to include too much of the show here because of copyright, but I can give you a little flavour of what we saw. The show opened with Jane's brilliant band before being compared by Steve Walls.
Oh, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening.
Then came the powerhouse vocals of West End performer John Owen Jones. Followed by Radio 2's Richie Anderson introducing the fabulous Mary Mack.
You sure look sensational. How gorgeous.
Hello. You're so beautiful. I feel so underdressed.
Well, I didn't want to say, but you could have made an effort. It's night one, Richie, my darling.
Thank you, Mary. First and foremost, you're here all week. You're going to be fabulous. What can we expect?
Well, I think, I'm obviously your resident drag queen, everybody on board for the week. So you can expect lots of fun with me, lots of naughtiness, some impressions, some cheekiness, and, maybe a little bit of death drop dancing as well. We'll try our best, Yes. And that'll just be because of the waves tomorrow. It won't be on purpose.
A definite highlight for everyone was her hilariously performing SOS whilst fully channeling Cher.
What happened to our love? It used to be so.
The next act was 80s comedian Bobby Davro. Let's just say his comedy probably should have stayed there, and wasn't the sort of thing we want to include here. More on that later. I'll cover it up with some jolly music. But lastly, it was the big moment, Jane's first performance on the cruise she chartered.
Are you drunk now? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Yeah, get your package. That's what I said. Get your package, get to that bar and get your package sucked. Oh, just hang on. Because obviously the weather's a bit dodgy, and me and the captain had a little sort of parley, like you do. He's married, it's all right, I'll chat. And because we might be at sea tomorrow, because I said let's not go into the storm. Let's just wait. I would rather have a safe cruise, and we'll get all sorts going tomorrow. I mean, I might even drag Sue and do something like, do something like name that tune or something. What do you think? Should we have a couple of games tomorrow? Right, everybody's up for it. So I'll see you all later and give you back to our lovely Stevie. Ta-ra, everyone.
Located on deck 7, Raffles Bar is elegant, cosy and intimate, with a real touch of classic cruise charm, yet it still manages to feel modern. With cosy corners to settle into, you can enjoy a relaxed daytime drink or sip an evening tipple while soaking up the atmosphere and listening to the pianist's live tunes. That said, when we arrived it was completely full and buzzing with people. So, with our drinks package in hand, we decided to make the most of it and head up to the observatory instead. It's worth noting that you can order 2 drinks at a time with a drinks package, a great way to beat those bar queues. In a cruise first for us, a couple of drinks in and with the party flowing, we were randomly handed canapés. With our napkin of treats delivered, we were equal parts pleased and bemused.
I can't find it. It might go up my nose. I don't know what to do. It's stale. I wish you could hear this.
We've changed.
Truth be told, behind camera, we've changed many times.
It's 2 days.
Yeah, but we'll come on to
later.
why that is in a second.
There is a reason. However, we last left you, we were about to get changed to go watch the Welcome Aboard show.
Yeah, so that was basically so that all of the acts on board that Jane has brought on board, because we're on with Jane McDonald, if you didn't know.
Hi, Jane.
Jane and Friends.
Yes. So we went to go see that, and they, like Mark was alluded to, they brought on each of the acts to do a very short bit, would you say?
Yeah, so you could get a taste.
Which I actually quite liked. I think that's a good idea, because then you get a flavour for who you want to go see.
Or who you don't.
Or who you don't. But it was really good fun. And Jane did a bit of a sing-song. Mary Mack came out.
Fabulous.
Loved Mary Mack.
Apparently she was doing a brunch today, but it was sold out.
It was only 30 people or something, because it was in a small venue.
Mm.
Whereas I'm hoping she'll do a show in the Palladium, like in the big theatres, we can go watch
Hopefully, yeah. Richie from Radio 2 was good, he did a bit.
Yes, he seems to be doing a lot of the trivia on board, which we've not been to yet.
Yes, and then the West End guy, John
Owen Jones.
He was phenomenal.
Incredible voice. He definitely does have a show. We should have been seeing that tonight, but there are changes afoot,
which we'll come
on to. And then there was Bobby Davro.
Now, I've seen Bobby Davro. I can't remember when it was. I'll ask my mother when we get home. I think it probably was about 35 years ago.
Has he changed?
Oh no, 30 years ago. I saw him when we were on holiday.
Yeah.
I think he's doing the same material now.
It
was problematic.
It was problematic.
I'm saying it was problematic.
It was, yeah, there were a lot of things that made us feel uncomfortable. There were a lot of jokes, derogatory jokes about gay men.
Women.
There was one bit where he got a member of the audience up out of the audience, and he said that she was shaking because she was nervous, and then made a very crude comment about where her hand should go to help him with her shaky hands. And it was just all a bit creepy. We're like, no, thank you.
You know us, we're open-minded. We like a joke, but...
No, not for us.
Not for us.
So he ended up doing his solo show last night. And this is why it was useful to have seen that, because then we knew that we didn't have to waste our time going to that show.
Yes. So that was that.
Yeah, not for us. And then the problem we encountered after we saw that show is that you cannot get food on board after 9 p.m. unless you pay for room service.
Yeah, so the buffet closes at 9.
We were not aware.
We weren't aware of that. So our only option was room service. And we didn't really want to pay for food.
No, and we didn't do room service. We went to the observatory for a nightcap, and unbeknownst to us, at 11 p.m, they just walk around with trays of
It
canapes.
was either 11 or 11:30.
I think it was 11 o'clock.
Was it?
Walking around with trays of canapes.
It was very random.
very peculiar. There was onion barges.
It was basically, if you're a Brit, it was an Iceland platter.
Yeah. There was onion barges, spring rolls. There were skewers with melon and grapes on them.
They were tasty.
They were tasty.
And
It
then there was
just a bit
some
odd.
skewers with dry bread and some chickeny stuff.
Chicken mousse.
I was most bemused.
But it meant it did give us a little bit of sustenance, so then we knew that we didn't need room service.
No. Then.
All hell broke loose.
So you may remember from earlier in the video the tannoy announcement from the captain saying that we were entering rough seas, and he wasn't joking.
If you have watched our transatlantic video, and there was a night then that we talked about where it was very rough, people's glasses in their rooms smashed and not many people got sleep, that was a mill pond in comparison to what we experienced early morning all the way through to this morning.
Yeah, so we've had basically over
24
over
hours.
24 hours of rough sea. They've said, so it's been, 5 to 6 metre waves?
Storm Amy has caused it, apparently.
Yes. So 5 to 6 metre waves, and we're on a small ship. So smaller ships are rockier, and she's an older ship, so I imagine her stabilisation isn't as good.
And we're right at the front.
And we are at the front of the ship. Yay for us! I mean, to be fair, I didn't feel seasick that first night, but we were kept awake by a massive banging noise.
Which it turns out is, because we're so close to the front of the ship, it's the bow of the ship
hitting,
like slapping against the water.
Or should we say the water slapping against? Either way.
Either way, it's very
Okay,
loud.
I'll put a little
and
clip in.
Very bouncy.
I'll put a little clip in of the noise because I did film it. Yeah, so and like David said, very bouncy. We have been lifted out of bed, put back into bed, rolled around.
At one point, all the drawers on your bedside table flew open.
They did, and I had a glass of drink on the side that flew off onto the floor. Oh, it was dramatic.
It was very dramatic. But that means that, because yesterday was Mark's official 40th birthday.
Yeah, but do you know what I did for my 40th birthday? I was in bed all day yesterday, seasick. Help.
I looked after you.
Yeah.
Luckily, I was fine. I didn't feel seasick. Who knew I had sea legs? But that meant that then I could venture out of the cabin to get drinks and stuff to bring back to nurse you back to health.
I wasn't well. I was fine. If I was horizontal with my eyes closed, I was fine. The moment I stood up, I was sick. So yeah, I spent all day in bed. I did venture up onto deck to get some fresh air. We were going to get some food, and as soon as I stepped foot in the buffet, I just turned to Dave and I was like, no, I can't be here. I need to be somewhere else other than here.
And yesterday was supposed to be Jane's first kind of headline show, but because of the weather, they've moved that to tonight because a lot of people weren't feeling well yesterday.
Like, I would say half or more than half of the ship have been sick.
Yeah, so Jane came over the tannoy to say, don't worry, we're going to move my show to tomorrow night so you can see it. I'm imagining that's why they put Bobby Davro on, because they were like,
no one's going to want to see it anyway.
So we did that. I did get up in the morning, though, because they changed the schedule around a bit. They did a Name That Tune with Jane and Sue. If you're a fan of Jane, you'll know who Sue is. That was good fun. I
didn't go, obviously.
No, you didn't go. But it was a guy on a keyboard, Jane and Sue, and they would play songs, and you just had to name that tune. I did quite well, I think. I did quite respectable. Bearing in mind I was on my own. You could have teams of up to 6 people. I was on my own, and I got 16 out of 20. Which I think is a very respectable score.
And that brings us today. So today, I'm having a fake birthday.
Well, because we bought this sash and badges and stuff on board. Oh, I ordered you a cake as well, we forgot to say.
Oh, it's there. Yeah.
I ordered a cake. We did manage to eat some of it. I wish I hadn't ordered it for that night, but there we go.
And we did have a booking as well for last night at the specialty Indian Restaurant
Saffron
that we've moved to tonight.
Yes.
So let's go on to today. So fake birthday. Hey, thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. This morning we went to see a Q&A with Jane.
Yes. I had a bank of questions ready to ask because I thought it was going to be a case of put your hand up, ask a question. Unbeknownst to us, they were pre-submitted questions. The people were in there so that you could tell they weren't just questions they made up because people were putting hands up saying, I asked that.
But it was lovely. I didn't film much of it because it was quite intimate, so I didn't want to film loads.
So we did that. We've just been for lunch in the Buckingham restaurant.
Yes, up until now, all we've eaten on this ship is the buffet and room service. So yesterday when we were bedridden, we did order room service.
Yes, we ordered some lunch and dinner through room service because Mark couldn't leave the cabin.
No. My point in saying that was that so far we've not been pretty, like the buffet's been pretty average.
Mhm.
Room service was better.
Mm-hmm.
And then just we've been to the Buckingham restaurant for dinner, lunch. That was really nice.
Yeah, I enjoyed that.
I mean, it's basic, but it was nice.
My tuna pasta starter was delicious. It tasted like a tuna crunch baguette from Greg's, which I like because it had onions and peppers and stuff in it.
I had the onion bargies to start.
Yes.
They were really tasty. Then I had the bangers and mash.
That nice?
Yeah, really tasty. The sausages were lovely.
I had a bacon butty and chips
Nice
and it was
plump
delightful.
sausages.
I had a bacon butty and chips and it was delightful.
Yeah, and then I had an eclair for dessert. That was nice.
Jam roly-poly for me wasn't as claggy as... Like, jam roly-poly to me, because it's a suet pudding thing, should be claggy. And it wasn't. It was too
cakey.
spongy. It was too much like an Arctic roll.
In school dinner custard.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our first taste of the main dining room.
Yes. We've just been to iron our stuff for tonight, because tonight it's the first formal type night. It's the masquerade ball.
Yes, and if you follow us on Instagram, sorry, my bra strap's falling down. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll see the dilemma of me ordering a mask. That I couldn't find a mask to fit my weird shaped face.
But you did.
I did. I've managed to find one that only marginally squashes my nose.
Yes.
Also, I've just noticed that we're slowly migrating as we talk.
Around.
I think it's because we are still rocking.
Yeah, we're trying to steady ourselves.
We're still rocking. Yeah. What else have we got today? Oh, we're going to see bingo. Next.
Yes, I bought our bingo tickets. The bingo is sold out, so I'm glad that I did when we did.
It's bonkers bingo with Jane and
Bobby. We're doing it for Jane. And then we've got the captain's reception, where there's going to be a champagne toast. I'm hoping it's going to be like what we see in videos, where they stack all the champagne glasses and then pour in from the top and it all cascades down.
Who knows?
So we've got that, and then Jane's show, Queen of the Night.
Yes,
tonight.
the headline show of Jane.
And Saffron.
And Saffron. I'm so thankful that I am feeling better today.
Yeah.
Like,
me too.
I'm still concentrating on not feeling sick. Like, it's still there, but I'm okay.
Good.
First time seasickness.
know.
In what? This is our 11th cruise. Never had it.
On an Instagram post we put on, Emma Cruises replied, so Emma, if you're watching, hello, to say, because she gets seasick or can get seasick, she's talked about it before, so she was showing solidarity with you yesterday, kind of saying how awful it is, because there's nothing you can do.
No. And to be fair, it is our own fault, because normally we will preemptively take seasickness tablets. And as we said at the start, we didn't bring any on with this time.
Sod's law.
Well, because we always wanted to know the answer. Because we always preemptively take it, we never knew whether we weren't getting seasick because of the tablets or because of we just weren't going to get seasickness. We now know the answer.
Yeah, although it was an extreme case yesterday. It was extreme.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've whittled on for long enough.
Sorry.
So we've got bingo in an hour.
Let's go and have some more birthday drinks.
Yay! And then win some bingo. Whoop whoop.
Bye. Bumholes.
And the Queen of the Sea herself, Jane McDonald!
How did you get back there? 69.
And we didn't win.
Do you know, in my whole 40 years of life, I have never won a game of bingo.
No. And people who are close to me say I'm one of the luckiest people on earth. Never won a game of bingo either.
Because he's with me. But that was so fun. So it was hosted by Jane and by Bobby. There was 3 games of like a cash value prize. They were really good prizes as well.
They were.
It's £500,
yes,
£1,000, and then a cabin.
A balcony cabin.
A balcony cabin on Jane's cruise next year.
Yeah, she's doing this cruise again next year, and you won a balcony cabin.
Yeah.
We didn't win, though.
No, we didn't.
And also, the people who won the £1,000, there were 2 of them. So basically, everyone won £500.
And then there was another silly just little dance-off. Where was it? Ellis and Peter.
Ellis and Peter got picked out. So they had to pick 2 people out of the audience to do a dance-off. And Ellis and Peter got engaged yesterday.
Yesterday or today.
Ellis and Peter, if you're watching, congratulations. We've told you in person, but congratulations. And Jane knew that they'd got engaged.
Yeah.
So Jane brought them up on stage and they had to do a dance off. And they won a mirror ball helmet.
They did. It was so much fun. I love
If you are watching, let us know what you're going to do with that.
You could make it into a lampstand, couldn't you?
Oh, that would be a good idea, yeah.
There you go.
There we go. But we didn't win. But it was good fun. We also had a little moment where we had a slight panic because Jane saw Mark's beautiful sash and was like, oh, that's a beautiful sash. And then said, I watch you.
To which point, I think from that moment on, neither of us concentrated on bingo.
No. We were like, what?
Did she just say she watches? Anyway, so...
Hi, Jane, if you're watching. We both went bright red. I nearly cried.
I nearly cried. That was so special.
Yeah.
Oh, I might cry again.
Hopefully, I'm keeping everything crossed that we get to meet her at some point.
Yeah.
And we can delve deeper into how much she watches us. What's your favourite video, Jane?
I don't know what to say. Anyway.
It means a lot. Genuinely, Jane, if you are watching, it means the world.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to cry, but it means the world.
Anyway, Jane, stop interrupting. We need to get ready for Masquerade Ball.
Yeah, it's almost like you think you've chartered a ship or something. It's all about Jane.
Let's get ready for Masquerade.
Yes. We've got the captain's reception.
We said that
in
earlier.
a little bit. No, but I'm saying in a little bit. So we need to be ready for that because we're doing that and then straight to dinner. So we need to get ready. So, 3, 2, 1.
Hi! We're ready for Masquerade.
We are. This doesn't fit as well as I remember it fitting at home.
Can you tell who's who, though, still?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you guess what I'm going to sing at karaoke later? Answer on a postcard.
Also, comments down below, how long do you think these masks are going to stay on? Because it's squashing my nose.
I'm going 30 seconds.
Photo ops, then done.
Yes, I think it's gonna come off while we're waiting for the captain's reception, and then we'll see where we go from there.
Yes, but come along as we experience Jane's Masquerade Ball.
Hi, Jane. She watches the channel apparently.
Suited and booted, we made our way back to Centre Court to join our fellow passengers for the start of the evening's festivities. The captain welcomed everyone and introduced his ambassador team before getting the party started with a fun balloon drop. The atmosphere was just lovely, with everyone looking glamorous in their formal wear, glasses raised and smiles all around. Nicely imbibed, we had a date at Saffron, the Indian restaurant on deck 12. As a sectioned off part of the buffet, this area has different furniture and a few round tables for more social dining, making it feel a tiny bit more elevated than the main buffet, but not much. There is an upcharge for this restaurant, but we'll tell you more about that shortly.
Well, we had a lovely time at the captain's
The welcome drinks with the balloon drop.
Yes, delightful. And then we had to hot-foot it over to Saffron.
Yes, to Saffron, to the Indian Restaurant on board, the speciality restaurant. So that was, what, £19?
I think it was $19.95 each.
So not expensive, really.
No.
What did you think?
I think it's priced just about right. It was nice food. I wouldn't say blow your mind food.
No, it was
tasty.
It was tasty.
Yes.
Yes.
I like the hospitality and the experience you get. Like, we went in, we got a welcome drink when we got there, hot towels, that sort of stuff just made it feel more special.
Yeah. I will say there isn't a lot of choice.
No, not a lot of choice.
But it was tasty. I'm sorry. I know I probably sound quite deflated. It wasn't amazing. It didn't blow my socks off. You know.
Yeah. But there seems to be.
And then Will.
Oh, I thought you could get through here. You can't.
Turn around.
Back the way we came. There does seem to be a running theme with Indian restaurants, though, on ships being within the buffet area.
Yeah, so that's in the buffet. And to be fair, once they've drawn the curtains,
you do feel secluded.
I didn't feel like I was in the buffet.
No, it was good in that respect.
It does need some background music, though. That's my only comment.
Was my intellectual conversation not enough?
Yeah, thrilling. Yeah, it was just fine. And I think, like David said, priced at just under £20. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. But now we're heading back to the cabin. We're just going to have a little freshen up because we're worried that we smell of the food we've just eaten. And then we're going to go grab a drink and then get ready for Queen of the Night.
Show.
Jane's show.
The Palladium Theatre actually offers waiter service right to your seat, which sounds amazing in theory, until people start walking across your shot. We totally mistimed ordering our drinks, and just as Jane appeared on stage, a waiter arrived at our seat. Cue me scrambling with the camera and totally missing the moment. Like I said earlier, I can't show much of the show, but here's a few clips so you get a taste of the fun.
I can't believe I got another show at 10:30 tonight. 10:30? 10:30? I said at what time? I'm usually in bed for an hour. And I used to always be a night person, never a morning person. And now I'm neither. I'm neither a morning or a night person. In fact, I'm good for about 4 hours in a day. And the bad news is I've already had them. So this could go either way. Nice to see people dressed up. I love it. I love a good excuse for a dress up, don't you?
We danced ourselves dizzy all the way to the bar for David's cruise ship karaoke tradition. Tonight it was held in the Purple Turtle, the pub-style bar on board, which absolutely looks like it was once an indoor swimming pool.
Still go on in your heart, in your mind. I'll stay with you for all the time. I'll go wherever you will go. Gentlemen, put your hands together and make some noise.
And good morning to you.
Good morning. Good morning from Copenhagen.
Yes, we have hit dry land.
Yes.
Well, we've not hit dry land, we've docked next to it.
It did feel like we were hitting dry land this morning when it was juddering as we came into port.
Yeah, it was a bit rough. Not as bad as the other night, though, thankfully.
No,
that's all good.
Not.
Anyway, we left you when we were going to go watch Jane's show.
We did. What a special night that was. What a special day that was.
Yes.
The show was phenomenal.
Jane looked incredible. She sounded incredible.
She is incredible.
And it was such a lovely vibe in the theatre as well. It was just extra special.
Yeah. And then,
so I'd been doing some work behind the scenes. I'd been chatting to a few people to try and make Mark's 40th a little extra special.
Yeah, so We were led into the theatre and we had nice little reserved seats at the front.
We did.
That was very special. And I thought that was the special thing. Because we were at the front, on the front row.
Yeah.
And then someone came and collected us and took us backstage. And we met Jane.
We met her.
She's so lovely.
She is. We had a lovely little chat.
Yeah. Thank you, Jane, for being so kind and just thank you.
And generous with your time.
Yeah.
We had a lovely chat. I feel like I made a bit of a tit of myself.
Why?
Well, because I started rambling about a coffee shop that used to be in the riding centre.
pancake shop.
The pancake house that used to be in the riding centre. I kind of wanted to say, like, I'm from Wakefield too. But it came out in gibberish.
But she's lovely. And just what a special moment that was.
Yes, it was incredible.
Yeah.
We won't forget it. Happy 40th.
Thanks. And thank you everyone that's messaged saying happy 40th as well. We really appreciate it. And everyone that sent a little bit of money on the Buy Me a Coffee. Thank
yes.
you.
If you haven't yet, there's still time. It'll be in the description. Buy him a drink.
We really appreciate it. Thank you.
So following the show, where did we go after the show?
Karaoke.
Oh yeah, we went to karaoke. I will say, Ambassador, you need to up your karaoke game. I was quite disappointed
Yeah.
that because I bought a phantom mask for the masquerade ball, specifically, one, because John Owen Jones is on, two, because you guys, if you've been around for a while, know that I love to sing Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera at karaoke. Did they have it on the list? No. Absolutely not. Did they have Cry Me a River, my other go-to song? Nope. Absolutely not. Did they have any of the other songs I requested? Nope. So I ended up, I think genuinely, without exaggerating, I think it was my fifth choice they had, which was Wherever You'll Go by The Calling, which I try to avoid now because people take the mick out of me for it. Dan and Joe, I'm looking at you. So lately. But I had to go with that because there was nothing else.
Yeah.
So get a better song list. And it wasn't just me, there were quite a few people that had to keep checking if they had different songs, and they didn't have a lot of songs.
No.
So there you go, Ambassador.
Yeah.
Especially if Jane's on, there's no excuse. Up your game.
And after that, we popped our head into the observatory, where the weird canapes came out again.
They were different this time, though. Who doesn't want to eat a meatball covered in tomato sauce with your hands because there's no cutlery? Me. I don't want to do that, but I did.
Yeah. Anyway, I think it's probably time to draw this part of the series to a close.
Yes, as we said, we've arrived in Copenhagen.
Yes, so next week's video is going to pick up after here, where we are going for an excursion. We're going to take you to Tivoli Gardens, which is apparently beautiful.
Yes, looking forward to it.
But if you have watched this far and you've enjoyed it, please give the video a like. We really appreciate it.
Yes, subscribe if you're new here and we've not completely annoyed you. Oh, just very quickly, that was what one person came over to us in the theatre and was like, oh, I've been watching your videos and I've subscribed because you didn't annoy me. I was
We were like, that's all we can
that's
hope
going to be
for.
the tagline.
Yeah.
Travels with David and Mark. We didn't annoy you.
And watched by Jane McDonald.
And oh yes, we didn't say.
We did.
Did we?
Yes.
Oh.
Anyway, but thank you so much for watching. If you did want to show us a little extra support, we have launched a membership program.
We have.
Our supporter level membership program called The Wanderers. If you want to join The Wanderers, click the join button below. No pressure.
No, it's only $1.99 a month. But if you're going to do it, if you're an iOS user, an Apple phone user, then do it through the desktop because Apple add an extra charge on top of it if you're doing it through the YouTube app on iOS.
Yeah, and we don't want you spending more than you have to.
No, so do it through a desktop if you're on that. Android, you're fine.
Yeah. Anyway, we're jabbering on. Let's leave it there.
Yes.
We will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Bye.